the insane world of Justin Bieber, his crazy net worth, his luxury mansions, and just how much cash he's raking in. Ever wondered what it's like to live like a superstar? Well, JB isn't just making music, he's stacking millions, buying jaw-dropping houses, and living the ultimate dream. From selling his entire music catalog for a mind-blowing $200 million to chilling in a $26 million Beverly Hills mansion, this guy's lifestyle is on another level. So, how rich is Justin Bieber really? And what kind of insane houses does he own? Stick around because we're breaking it all down right now. Let's go! Alright, before we get into the crazy money and insane houses, let's talk about how Justin Bieber even got here. Because let's be real, this dude didn't just wake up one day and become a millionaire. Justin grew up in Stratford, Ontario, Canada, a small town where nobody could have guessed he'd become one of the biggest pop stars in the world. As a kid, he was just singing on the streets, playing his guitar, and posting YouTube videos. But then, boom! One video changed everything. Scooter Braun, a music manager, randomly stumbled across one of Justin's covers and was so impressed he flew him out to Atlanta to meet Usher. And that's when things really kicked off. Usher saw the potential, helped him land a record deal, and just like that, Bieber went from YouTube kid to a full-on superstar. His first single, One Time, dropped in 2009, and suddenly, everyone knew his name. Then came Baby, and let's be honest, even if you hated the song, you knew it. That track turned him into a global sensation. He was 15 years old and already selling out arenas, making millions, and causing absolute chaos everywhere he went. But here's the thing, fame comes with a price, and Bieber's rise to stardom wasn't all smooth sailing. The pressure, the paparazzi, and the insane level of attention started getting to him. He had some wild moments, ran into trouble a few times, and even took a break from the spotlight. But guess what? He made a massive comeback. Albums like Purpose and Changes proved that he wasn't just some teenage heartthrob, he was here to stay. And with every album, tour, and endorsement deal, his bank account just kept getting bigger and bigger. But how much is he really worth? And what does someone with hundreds of millions of dollars spend their money on? Oh, trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. So, we know Justin went from a small-town kid to a worldwide superstar. But let's talk about the real numbers, because the amount of money this guy has made is actually ridiculous. Right now, Justin Bieber's net worth is estimated to be between $300 million and $350 million. Yeah, you heard that right. And what's even crazier, he's only in his 30s. Most people work their whole lives and don't even come close to that kind of money. So where's all this cash coming from? Well, obviously music is his biggest moneymaker. He's sold over 150 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. But that's just the start. In January 2023, Bieber made a massive move. He sold his entire music catalog for a jaw-dropping $200 million. That means every song he released before 2023 is no longer owned by him. Sounds crazy, right? But a lot of artists do this because it gives them a huge paycheck up front instead of waiting years for royalties. And with that kind of money, Bieber can literally do whatever he wants. But the money doesn't stop there. Justin's tours have also made him a fortune. The Purpose World Tour alone made over $250 million. And when he's not performing, he's making cash through brand deals. He's worked with Calvin Klein, Adidas, Beats by Dre, and even launched his own clothing brand, Drew House. Spoiler alert, it's super successful. And get this, on average, Justin still makes around $80 million a year, even when he's not touring. Yeah, while most people are stressing over bills, Bieber is out here making millions just existing. So what does someone with this kind of money actually spend it on? Fancy cars? Private jets? Ridiculous vacations? Oh, trust me, his spending habits are just as wild as you'd expect. But one thing Bieber is really obsessed with? Real estate. And let me tell you, his houses are next level. Alright, now that we know Justin Bieber has more money than he could ever spend, let's talk about one of his biggest obsessions, real estate. Because trust me, the way this guy spends on houses is next level. Justin and his wife Hailey Bieber have lived in some of the most luxurious mansions you can imagine. And they don't just buy a house and stay in it forever. They've bought and sold multiple insane properties over the years. The $26 million Beverly Hills mansion. Let's start with the big one. In 2020, Justin and Hailey dropped $26 million on a stunning mansion in Beverly Hills, California. And when I say stunning, I mean it looks like something straight out of a movie. This place is 9,000 square feet and comes with 7 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, a private gym, a movie theater, and even a game room. And because we're talking about Bieber here, of course, there's also a massive backyard, an infinity pool, and some of the best views of Los Angeles. The house is in a gated community, meaning no paparazzi or crazy fans can just walk up to the front door. And with neighbors that include people like Kylie Jenner and Drake, you already know this place is exclusive. But here's the thing, this isn't even his only mansion. The $5 million lakeside estate in Canada. Even though Justin has spent most of his life in the US, he never forgot where he came from. That's why in 2018 he bought a $5 million lakeside mansion in Ontario, Canada. A place where he can actually escape from the craziness of Hollywood. This house is seriously a dream home. It sits on 101 acres of land and has its own private horse racing track, because why not? Inside, there's a massive open-concept living area, a private home theater, and even an indoor swimming pool, because obviously one pool isn't enough. And the best part? This isn't just some vacation house. Justin actually spends a lot of time here. Whenever he wants a break from LA, he heads to Canada to relax, fish, and just live a more normal life. The La Quinta Vacation Home. If two luxury homes weren't enough, Justin and Haley also own a gorgeous vacation home in La Quinta, California, a high-end desert community known for its luxury resorts and golf courses. This house has floor-to-ceiling glass windows, giving insane views of the mountains, plus an open-air fire pit, a private pool, and some of the most beautiful modern designs you'll ever see. And let's not forget, this isn't even counting all the other houses Bieber has owned in the past. Over the years, he's bought and sold multiple insane mansions, including another Beverly Hills home worth $8.5 million, which he sold after just 18 months. So yeah, Justin Bieber knows how to live in style. But here's the question, what's next? Will he keep buying more mega mansions? Or is there something else he's planning for his future? Well, let's just say, Bieber's life might be heading in a very different direction. So we've seen how Justin Bieber went from a small-town kid to a global superstar, how he made hundreds of millions of dollars, and how he's living in some of the most insane mansions on the planet. But the big question is, what's next? Over the last few years, Justin has been making some big changes in his life. He's stepped back from the constant spotlight, focused more on his health, and spent a lot more time with Haley. He's talked openly about how fame, pressure, and crazy schedules affected him. And it's clear he's trying to live a more balanced life. The future of his career. Now, don't get it twisted. Bieber isn't done with music. He's still one of the biggest names in the industry, and every time he drops a song, it blows up instantly. But he's not chasing the same kind of career he was in his early days. Selling his entire music catalog for $200 million wasn't just about money. It was also a sign that he's moving into a new phase of his career. He doesn't need to rely on old songs for income anymore. Now, he can make music when he wants, on his own terms. And let's be real, Bieber could never release another song again and still be set for life. But knowing him, he'll probably keep surprising us with new projects when we least expect it. Life outside of music. One thing's for sure, Justin isn't just about music anymore. He's been growing his fashion brand, Drew House, which has turned into a massive success. People love the oversized skater-style clothes, and with Bieber's name attached to it, it's pretty much guaranteed to keep selling out. On top of that, he and Haley have become one of Hollywood's most famous couples, and there have even been rumors about them starting a family in the near future. Imagine baby Bieber on the way? That would break the internet. And let's not forget, he's still got his luxury homes, insane cars, and more money than he could ever spend. So whether he's making music, building businesses, or just enjoying life, one thing is clear, Justin Bieber isn't going anywhere. From singing on the streets of Canada to owning multi-million-dollar mansions, Bieber's story is straight up wild. He's had huge highs, some crazy lows, but through it all, he's managed to stay on top. And no matter what he does next, one thing is for sure, he'll always be one of the biggest names in music history. So, what do you think? Will Justin keep dropping music, or is he heading in a completely different direction? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. That's it for today. See you in the next one.